Alright then guys, this is Yara here, and as you can see I am currently a master tier player in Master Duel, and I made it with Voiceless. That's how I got to master tier, and I'm gonna showcase the deck list that I used in Master Duel so that you guys can copy it, and I'm gonna give you some suggestions as well. And also at the end of the deck rundown, I'm gonna showcase a gameplay of this deck and to see it in action. And I know some people might criticize my choices, but I'm gonna explain why I made those choices. So yeah, let's get on with the deck list. So let's see. So I am playing Valor, pretty good card, not a once per turn. I am maxing out on low. Low is a one card starter, so you kind of have to max out on the low. I think that if you have to pick between either three barriers or three lows, I think you should prioritize three lows because low is a one card starter. So yeah, I will prioritize three lows and then everything else. So I am playing 3 Max C, the best card in the game. You can max out on diviners. I would probably suggest maxing out on diviners, but you don't have to, right? I think one or two is because this deck is very expensive. And let me just tell you guys, I'm a free-to-play player. I don't waste any gems. I mean, I don't spend like money on gems. I just play, get my cards like just by playing, just by going up in tiers. That's how I get my cards basically. So I don't spend money. So I'm a free-to-play player. So before you tell me, oh Yara, you have money, you spent all this money on these cards, all these cards were free basically. I just got them by playing. So yeah, playing Maxi Diviner. Like I said, Diviner is really good as another one card starter, but you don't have to max out, and I will prioritize low and then Diviner. I am playing 2 Ash. You can max out on this if you want to, but I think 2 is a sweet spot. You kind of want to stick to 40 in this deck. It doesn't make that much sense to go over 40. 1 Bestial Magnum. The cool thing about Magnum is that you can search, Saphira. You can search the Saravius. You can also search the other Saravius. So a lot of cool targets. You can also you can also choose to play more Bestials. Like if you don't have all the cards in this deck list, you can add like a Druid Swarm or a Baldrake or something along those lines. So I am maxing out on Saphira. Very good card. Very good card. So 1 Saravius, very good card that allows you to special summon out the other Saravius, so it can tag out into whatever you need at the moment. I'm playing 1 of the Trias. You have to send this with Diviner. This in graveyard, tribute out the Diviner. Diviner summons out the low from deck, so that's why you play this. It's sort of a break. You don't want to draw this. You want to send it up Diviner, but it's not the worst brick. Nibiru is very good because it's a high level light monster, which means that you can use it as tribute for your ritual cards. So I would max out on this. You can play 2 Saravius, but you need 1. You absolutely need at least 1 of them. But most lists play 2 of it. But 1 is mandatory, 2 is optional. But this card is very good in this deck. Not a once per turn negate, by the way. So like negate like a solemn judgment, and it banishes as well. So it's very good. This plus blessing, not being able to get beat over by battle. Such a saucy combo that a lot of people don't know how to play around it. 2 Skull Guardians. I've seen some lists that just play 1. I like to play 2 because being able to special summon 1 from deck after your board gets wiped, very good. So 3 pre-prep. You don't need 3. 2 is mandatory. 3 is, for me, I like 3 because that much more consistency. You don't really need your extra deck. You do need 1 card in your extra deck, which I will get to it, but we are playing multiples of it. So 1 Talent, 1 Pot of Prosperity, 2 Prayers of the Voiceless Voice. 2 I think is just the sweet spot, especially because you need 2 in case you draw 1. You can still activate Saphira, or you can still activate your pre-prep. So 2 is just the sweet spot. I would not suggest just playing 1. 2 barrier. I'm playing 2. I mean, if you have the 3, play the 3. I don't have 3. Like I said, this deck is very expensive, and I'm a free-to-play player. So, but if you have the money, max out on the barriers. This card is very good, very good. Another blessing. You can play one blessing. You can play two if you want to, but one is just the sweet spot. 3 imperm, 1 radiance. This one's a rare, so you shouldn't have any issues playing this. Mandatory, absolutely mandatory. The pop, the special summoning, the recycling, all the effects of this card are just sweet. And lastly, we're playing Guardian of the Voiceless Voice. A lot of lists don't play this card, but it's a very good for OTK. I would at least recommend you to try it out. I don't play the ritual monster. I just play this for the OTKs because a lot of people don't expect a damage step OTK effect. So a lot of people don't see this coming. We play in 1 herald. You can send this off diviner, so that way you can get access to like one of your spells or monsters. 1 chaos angel, 1 typhon comes in clutch, 1 link Revo. If you haven't noticed, low is a level 1, so 1 secure Garna, you know, for some pretty saucy plays. 1 Iber Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, 1 IP Masquerina, 1 Dark. You can like link someone into link Revo, then you can make Dark, especially summon something from the opponent's field. And this is the card that I was talking about. This is the card that you at least need 2 of it, especially if you're gonna play Extravagance. You at least need 2 of this because you don't want to banish all of them. So this card is very good because it allows you to break boards. Plus, it gives you another continuous either spell or trap card with low. Because let's say what you do is you activate low, set either like barrier, blessing, or radiance. And then you special summon out the Skull Guardian. Then you link both of those off into the Dynamondo. Then during your opponent's turn and draw phase, you activate Dynamondo's effect. Special summon out the Skull Guardian that's in the graveyard that you used as link material. And then low special summons herself with her own effect. So that then you get to place another card from deck. So that way you get 2 continuous cards. So Dynamondo allows that. SP Little Knight, I know it's a UR, but it's very good in this deck. 1 Unicorn and Access Code Talker and the Underworld to break boards. You know, now you're not going to win all the die rolls. So you kind of have to build your extra deck to be able to break boards. And you can play a lot of non-engine like you can see here. So, but yeah, I told you guys that I was going to show you guys a replay of this deck. And I'm going to showcase that replay right now. So this deck can get pretty crazy, like especially like in long games. You can just recurse so many things. So let me just show this gameplay to you guys. And spoiler alert, you will see the trap card in action, the one that I was telling you guys about. So let's see. We start out with Maxi, Ash, Bishop Magnamut, Saphira, and pre-prep. The opponent starts out with Diviner. I go ahead and Ash that. I don't know if he's playing, you know, a Drytron or Voiceless, but he's gonna go ahead and cross out Designator that. Okay, we say that's fine. You know, we still have Magnamut plus Maxi. So we still don't know what he's playing, but he sends Dryad, so he's playing the Voiceless Voice. So Dryad's effect, tribute the Diviner as cost. We chain the copy of Maxi because that's gonna special summon itself. So now it's gonna go ahead and special summon out the Trias. We go ahead and draw Extravagance. Diviner effect to summon out low effect to place the barrier, add a copy of the blessing. Now it's gonna go ahead and activate because they want to use the effect to summon from hand. At least that's what I'm thinking. So now during the end phase, I'm activating Magnamut so I can get an extra search over here. Go ahead and search a copy of the Cerberus. Now during draw phase, I draw into a copy of Barrier, which is very good. So right here, it was a little bit of a misplay. I should have started off with Extravagance, but I just kind of forgot about it. So I'm not perfect, guys. Come on. I know. You guys think I'm the best player out there, but believe me, I'm not. So I don't even know how I made it to Master. So activate Saphira. Gonna go ahead and add a copy of Skull Guardian. Activate pre-prep. They chain a copy of Maxi. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I still got play, so now I'm gonna go ahead and activate a copy of Barrier. Barrier is gonna go ahead and add a copy of Low. Activate Saphira effect to ritual summon. I'm gonna go ahead and tribute out the Low because then she can summon herself out. I'm gonna special summon out the Skull Guardian. Skull Guardian effect. low effect chain link 2. So you know, you gotta know that low can use herself as a full material for one of your rituals. So you gotta utilize that. Plus her graveyard effect is very good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and activate low effect. They're gonna go ahead and chain a copy of blessing. I'm gonna go ahead and negate that because I don't know what they're gonna summon. So Saravios will be kind of annoying. So now they're gonna go ahead and chain the radiance. Special summon out Saravios. So that gets destroyed because of my Skull Guardian. So I'm gonna go ahead and place a copy of the Guardian of the Voiceless Voice, which a lot of people are telling me right now. They're probably telling me like, Yada, why are you playing that card? It's a brick. It's not a brick, trust me. You just gotta play it. You just gotta play it yourself. So just test it out. It's a rare. So now I'm gonna go ahead and special summon out the Saravios. I'm trying not to trigger the Saravios because I don't want him to summon anything from the deck. So right here I'm just link climbing right now. I'm just link climbing. So I'm gonna go into Unicorn, not activating the effect. Now I'm gonna go into access code, and access code is cool because people cannot respond to access code's effect. So Saravios cannot trigger right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the Saravios. Now I'm gonna go ahead and activate the effect, raising the Skull Guardian's effect. I'm activating that now before I pop, so that I get even more attack boost because I gained the attack of everything that's on the field. So before I start popping more, I'm gonna gain the attack boost. So now activate effect, banish, pop the Trias. Now I'm gonna go ahead and beat over low, and now I'm gonna attack with Skull Guardian for game. So I know what you guys are probably thinking is like, oh Yada, like your deck list was not perfect, and like I said once again, I'm a free to play player, right? I'm a free to play player, so I don't waste money. I like to you know, kind of like earn everything by playing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna tell you guys like stuff that if you have these cards to add it, you probably want to add Elder Entity into your extra deck because you can dump this off of the Diviner. So that's another way to pop boards. You probably want to max out on, like, this is in case you have these cards, or if you're trying to build like the perfect deck. So I'll probably add this and just take something out, and then over here I will probably add another barrier. Just add another barrier to the deck over here because you kind of need 3 of it. And then you can decide what you want to cut. Like I said, you can add Bestials. You know, you can add like Baldrake, Druid Storm. Okay, try to keep it to 40. You can decide what you want to take out. You know, maybe you want to max out on Diviners. You know, very good. So Diviner's another 1-card starter. So just a couple of ideas. Saravios, you probably want to get another Saravios. Card is very good. So you kind of want to use another Saravios right here. So I'm just giving you guys some ideas of stuff you may want to add. Yeah, so you can decide what to cut. You can decide what to add. Just giving you guys some ideas. But yeah, as always guys, this was Yada here. But I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.